Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus The Riven Realms. We helped our friend Vrak out. We banished the ghosts after ignoring him for many, many years. I don't know if that's true. At least many months, if not years. That poor Wraith. He's like, nobody will listen to me. But I think we're ready to head south. I think we have a bunch of stuff to take to Tor'Zag's. I think it's a bunch of chitin. And then we have Bogweed to take to our magistrate friend. We have a little bit of slime grass, but we don't have enough. We need 15 and we have 3, so it's gonna take us a while to stock up on the necessary slime grass for that. But I'm thinking what we'll do now. Oh god. Hold that thought. You are woken in the middle of the night to the sound of yelling and fighting. It immediately dawns on you that Nadir is under attack again, and you rush out of your tent to join the scuffle. The night air is heavy with the smell of sulfur, and the ripping sound of fell portals opening mingles with the alarm shouts of people. This time your crew was ready, and so was Nadir. Arcane glyphs she's placed slowed the appearance of the demonic marauders. A fight is still on your hands as your Komes corral the creatures into the middle where you can pin them down. The screeching things put up quite a resistance. You join Nadir against the demons. Time to put them down. That's not great. We just fought a pile of enemies. Well, you guys are healthy for some reason. Gorgoro's in rough shape. Also Harvick. There seems to be less of them this time, though. So maybe if we put Gorgoro back here, and then Ilani, can I put you here? And we'll just try to protect our weakest fighters as best we can. Give me a good initiative roll. Ilani has done well. Let's skewer this weak boy. That's not what I said. Try again. Go ahead, Regan Kylon. Try and kill this dude for 2, and 3 has finished him. Well done. He spat on me, but I blocked it. Alright, we're gonna leap forward. I know it's a dangerous move to do, but we're gonna do it anyway. Good. It was, even if he gets knocked out right now, it was worth it. Gorgoro can rush forward and swings at the Great Axe to deliver a crushing blow. Let's swap with Harvick. So at the very least, good hit. Oh, well done. And he backed up. Wow. Tactical genius. Alright, and then we're gonna summon Servant. Now we have people to tank shots all day for us. Let's I don't think fire is gonna harm these things, so let's have this dude just frustrate the enemy. We're gonna have him debuff them as much as possible. Now you frustrate this guy. Ah, brats. It was too much to hope. Alright, Ilani, I want you to nuke this dude. Good hit. 4 damage is great. Nadir, can you kill this dude? It doesn't look like it. So let's do domination. Let's lower their accuracy. I don't think they're very weak to fire, or they have resistance to fire, so I think it would be good to just use her to debuff the enemy as much as possible. Let's see here. Gorgoro is gonna rush forward and swing at this fool. He has missed. Harvick, you're gonna do the thing again and try and kill this guy. Good job. This guy's at the back. I don't think he can attack. Right. Alright. The Famulus is out of frustration ability, so swap with Harvick here. There we go. I never understand if I can make that work or not. And then Harvick, just swap with the guy again. Good hit. That is the greatest move probably in my crew, is Harvick just going to the back row and then swinging with his mantis arm. Furtive stab, not what I wanted to see, Renkylon. You can do better. Little bit of fire damage, but he is at the back line at least. So let's send our Hawk in. 2 damage from the Hawk. He's stuck at the back, and I think the Hawk stuns him as well, maybe? And then Gorgoro finished the job? Incorrect. He evaded forward, which is shocking. Alright. Harvick, please somebody finish this fool. Thank you. That was really good. I don't know if we even took any damage. Well done. Finally, the last of the demons is destroyed, its body burning up in flames and vanishing during its death throes, just like the rest before it. Only piles of fine gray ash remain behind after the nightmarish attack. Painting, you check on everyone. The Comitatus suffered no losses, and everyone is fairly galvanized after the demon's failure. Fire is put out and wounds are tended to. Once your Komis settle down and you make sure you are safe, Nadir thanks you again for saving her from the denizens of the Abyss. The longer it takes to gather the components for the ritual, the more dangerous this will become, I'm afraid, she tells you. You make sure the camp is safe and tend to the crew some, and then return to your own bedroll. Companion loyalty and alignment. Eventually you sink into a fitful sleep. We gained some morale and Nadir gained loyalty. Weren't we supposed to get, like, ghost goo? Or something? We need 12 spectral residue. We got spectral residue from the ghosts we defeated for Vrak. But it looks like we'll still need jade and still need oil. Oil we can get in Avernum, I think? Or in Devon. I'm not sure about jade, though. We might have to do some research to figure out where the heck jade comes from. Buddy, rest up. Continue on our way. If we get to Tor'Zag's shelter and Gorgoro and Harvick have not healed at all, we should visit the temple. Well, speak of the devil, we should visit the temple to have them healed up to full, because you can pay to get them healed. Lots of travel here. Just keep in mind to pay them, as always. It'd be nice if you could find a jade statue. The winds out here in the wasteland are getting more and more erratic. Not even the most seasoned travelers are used to such anomalies. You and your Komis are certain that you can hear voices in the wind, becoming ever louder and more disturbing, yet it is still not amounting to the more loathsome whispers. The whole experience is quite unnerving. We lost some morale and obedience. Well, what are you gonna do? One of these days we'll pursue the conclusion of the wind, maybe. Or at least try to figure what that's out about. Or figure out what that's about so we could stop having these problems. Having my crew get their brain melted randomly. What an unpleasant day that would be on the road. You're just like guarding a caravan and the wind comes out of nowhere and your brain melts. It's a rough day for everyone. I think we will pay for them to be healed. Gorgoro was the only one to actually get some healing on this long expedition. Let's visit Buka. Ask for rumors. Some stuff from Fort Viridian. She has some simple jewelry. And we will leave. And now tonight we will pay our people because we didn't pay them before. Alright, everybody's been paid. Everybody's fat and happy. A grand time was had by all, and we're like 2 days away from Tor'Zag shelter. One movement spot away from Tor'Zag. Let's do a quick force march. Just get it over with. We can sleep in the inn tonight. We have illicit goods. Is it the Bogweed? We succeeded. 88 to 88. After getting through the inspection, you are told you have to pay the gate tax. It's got to be the Bogweed. Right? Alright, let's turn in our stuff. Turned in. Let's sell our chitin. Good job. Wow. Back to 140. I'm feeling grand. Put the Bogweed back over there. Okay, so now we want to head back towards Crystal, but we do want to stop in the Drusian Quarry because that's where we can get really cheap obsidian. The question is, do we want to like go to Lumen, go to Crystal, come back, go around this way, and then cut across to Larnak? Or do we want to go to the Drusian Quarry, come back around, and then go to Larnak? These are the questions. I think what I'd like to do is go to... Well, let's see what the factions have for us first. So they want us to go to Arcane, Lumen, Devon, wrong way. The Crimson Gate is also the wrong way. Alright, we have something to take to Lumen. What was that again? 60 ivory to Lumen. That's a lot. For 14 silver, though. Like, how much could we make on ivory ourselves if we were just, you know, hauling it? Let's see, we bought it, if we bought it in Tor'Zag Shelter, we'd actually lose money by taking it to Lumen. Okay, so let's take the... Well, hold on. We're gonna sleep in the inn first, and then we'll deal with all this stuff. Exchange for news. Passengers. You're going to Larnak. For 3 silver, is that worthwhile? You eat 5 of our supplies every time? 3 silver? You're gonna be around for a long time, too. Because we're probably not gonna get out to Larnak for a bit. I'm hesitant to take them with me. Let's get one more fighter. And then let's rest in the Manzio. Rest. We don't have any extra movement, so everybody chill. Just gonna have a nice day at the inn. Let's go visit the temples. Is it the Grand Mortuary? Healing. Is it the other one? I don't want to curse anybody. I want to heal my dudes. Ask the priests. I don't need blessings. Who are the people that heal you? Did I imagine all this? Was this all a fever dream I had? The inns, the Undercity, the market, or the temple? I could have swore it was the temple. Did I have a fever dream? It might have. Look for the imperial official called Capacius? Is this a guy? The man called Capacius is a rumor I have? We'll talk to Capacius later. We don't need to go off on a wild goose chase right now. Okay, so we're gonna take this job to Lumen. Take this one. So this takes up 3 inventory. Anybody else going to Lumen? Or in that general direction? You're going to Devon, Crimson Gate. Alright, that's all we got. So, what we could do is we could take Ivory. Ivory was also a thing they wanted to us to bring out to Larnak. Ivory is pretty cheap. Do they sell obsidian in Tor'Zag Shelter? They sell a little obsidian, but I think it's cheapest in the Quarry. Or it's definitely cheapest in the Quarry. So why don't we buy... Well, how much does it take to get us to Lumen, first of all? 7 days. Fort Viridium would be 8 days, plus, you know, a little bit. So we'd probably want like 10 days-ish. If not more, actually. Because we'd want to go all the way out to the Quarry and not just Fort Viridian. So, how much is this going to get us? So this will get us 4 days, 9 days, 11 days. Is that enough to get us to the Quarry and back? It would be tight, and we could probably pick up some supplies along the way. So I think we'll go with that. And then let's take all of this ivory, right? Let's double check that I'm not shooting myself in the foot here. For the worms. Obsidian ivory, yep. Okay. So let's take all of the ivory. Or at least the 3 stacks of the ivory. And then... I just realized that it would make more sense to go to Lumen first, go to the Quarry, then go up this way. Because otherwise you have those 3 ivory stacks taking up your inventory space. So we'll do that. It might not be the most efficient way of doing that, but, you know, we'll give it a shot. Alright, we have our movement ready to go. We're ready to leave the city. Alright, bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for not finding my bogweed, because I did not realize... That was Contraband. Scythicnus Comitatus, I wish you well, fellow tradesmen and women. Gorgoro's healed again. Well done. I swear, there must be healing in there. I just don't know where to find it. I could have swore that that was something I could do in Tor'Zag's. Maybe it wasn't in Tor'Zag's. Maybe it was only in Devon or something like that. Like maybe in like the gardens of Devon. Who knows? All right, let's see here. We don't want to go to the Acarus Quarry. We want to go to Lumen first, and then we're going to go to Fort Viridium, the Drusian Quarry, where we will get Obsidian. Then we'll go up to Crystal, Mirage, Larnak, and great. We'll be feeling great. Let's camp. Harvix, they're healing like crazy all of a sudden. Good job, guys. I knew you had it in you. To just generate your own regeneration. Not that time, though. You know, they can't all be winners. Keep in mind to pay them. Of course. We will always pay our people. Alright, we've arrived. Let us drop off our stuff. This stuff is for the worm fighting. Now, get ready for the long haul. Let's take the supplies that they have. I'm going to take all of their supplies. I think it's necessary. What else do you have going on here? I don't think you have a lot. It's just the crystal, right? The Ceruleus crystal? I'm curious if we were to take Ceruleus crystal with us. Like, could we sell that in Larnak? Or maybe crystal? Probably not. Like, you buy it for 7, you sell it for 5-8. What about Mirage, for example? You could sell it for 9 in Mirage. But anything that we take from Lumen would cut into our ability to take Obsidian. And right now, like, we'll gain more ability to take Obsidian as we use more supplies, but I think for now, we'll leave this open. I have to imagine, how much does Obsidian take, actually? As far as, like, inventory space goes, like 10 units, they've got to have just, like, piles of Obsidian just hanging out there. So we're going to rest in Lumen for today. Exchange for news. Anybody going the right way? You're going to Mirage. I think it takes 9 supplies, though. It's gonna pay for itself, though. Like 18. Maybe it wouldn't, actually. Because it's gonna take a lot of days. 9 supplies is a lot. It's 1 per person. Ooh, we should look to see if they have tools here. Because what was it? It was mining equipment they were looking for. And mining equipment seems like something they would sell. I lied. I was like, that would be something that the crystal miners would sell, right? Apparently not. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Let's leave Lumen. Oh, we shouldn't have left Lumen. Let's rest in Lumen. Everybody chill. Gorgoro +2 vitality. We should have probably been sleeping on the floor, actually, now I think about it. Nope, no new passengers. Alright, now we will leave. Alright, to the quarry we go. A lot of traveling in this episode so far. Probably overall. But we need to visit Fort Viridium because we have a message to deliver. Or pick up. Maybe both. We've arrived. Inquire about Ninnia Urbica. A man in Mirage awaits your news agog. The fort is large and intimidating, but there is only a handful of places where people go to wind down. Also, legionnaires tend to drink a lot. Thus, you try to ask around in the only canteen. There are rows of long desks and benches full of people all the time. At the end of the hall are huge barrels of ale and wine overseen by stodgy military widows. That's weird. These ladies are not easily scared. They count the coins carefully and they love to gossip. Asking after Ninnia Urbica, daughter of Marcus Cloelius Urbicus, is not a hugely challenging investigation. Mentioning the name, you get the family history peppered with unnecessarily detailed opinions and the current personal situation of Ninnia. Have you not heard? She's married the Prefectus Castrorum a month ago, they tell you. Uh-oh. According to the wine widows, Ninnia netted the best catch in the fort, the aging and well-paid Prefectus Publius Caesonius. These Roman names, man. There was a lovely ceremony a few months ago, and now she is the heart and center of the ladylike activities in the fort. As there are only a few ladies here, mostly the wives and daughters of the noble officers, it is admittedly not much. The lady is married, the captain will not be very happy, but you will inform him when you return to Mirage. This sounds pretty fishy, you will try to talk to the lady yourself. I like to get in on a story. The compound of the lady is secluded, well-guarded, tiny part of the fort. It looks like a barracks with a bit of vegetation around it. It is not easy to get in if you are a soldier or any kind of local staff. For a Vagrus, it is an open house. The women rarely come out, but they are eager to hear news and things to buy. Therefore, you do not have to secure an invitation or set an appointment. Appearing at the gates is enough to get seen in by the slaves in uniform. In the large reception hall, the ladies swarm you. All news are welcome, and the minor baubles you brought as presents are accepted with pleasure. Although, to get some one-on-one time with the young lady of the house, you have to fib a bit about valuable jewelry only for her. It does the trick. I greet you with some news from far away, Mirage, my lady. Ninnia is about 20 years old, but she already looks like a proper lady. The military upbringing shines through her terse, clear sentences. But when you tell her about the message of Captain Numerius Calarius Croesus, she almost faints and has to sit down. She does not cry in front of you. She just leaves for a few minutes for a drink and then gets back with slightly puffy eyes. She also brings a piece of parchment. Tell him I did not forget him, but I had no information, nothing whatsoever for the last 1 year. I thought that he received a new position and forgot about me. I married Publius because that's what dutiful daughters do. This message is in code, with words carrying no meaning except for the two of us. Give it to him and let him decide what to do next. The lady also gives you a piece of finely carved ivory and a medallion as an incentive. She will wait for the answer here. Ooh, we gained rare jewelry. Alrighty. Let's see here. What do we got? We got some news? Any passengers? Passengers for Avernum? Passengers to Crystal is welcome. 4-5 though. Oh, he's an overseer. We should. Crap. If we take him to, can we like bring him to Crystal and be like, don't go? Come with us to a terrible place full of worms? Let's bring him and see if we can't be like, don't do that. We're gonna find something out. We're gonna learn together. There's actually some factions here. They're all military, but that's interesting. We will rest. Sleep on the floor. Gorgoro is healed again. Exchange for the local news. And, they don't have a market here. Okay, so we should head out and go to the quarry, or head towards the quarry at least. The Drusian Quarry we go. How far away are we from Crystal? Because that's going to be our next destination. It says 3 to 4 days. I am suspicious. So if it takes 2 days to get here, probably 4 days to get there, so 6 days worth of supplies. We have 9, we should be okay. And we're camping now, so we'll have 8. Don't call me a liar if that doesn't work out. We should pay our people now. It's been 10 days. We have reached the Drusian Quarry. Enter. Go to the market. We will fill out our supplies and then buy all the obsidian we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. We are loaded for worm country now. Except with the exception of the bogweed, we will drop off in Crystal. Let's see here. We got some news to exchange. Any passengers? You want to go to Crystal as well, so you might as well come along for the ride. And then take stuff to Lumen. Arcane, nah. Nothing there. Alright. I wish you all well. Have a nice day. We're gonna head out into the wasteland. Alright. Straight north to Crystal is 3 days away. Day, and then continue northward. Don't go into the golden crystals. We did that once accidentally. It was a bad time. It was this node right here. I was like, I'll just run right to the village. No, don't do that. Don't go right into that node. You'll get, some people will get blinded. It'll be real bad. Don't do it. Alright, and thanks to our movement ability, we have reached the City of Crystal. Ah, rats! Though I couldn't trick the Overseer into being like, no, we're not in Crystal, bud. This isn't where you want to be. Rats. Oh well. Exchange for news. We have somebody who wants to go to Mirage, so we'll take you along. And then defend and conquer. Alright, we don't care about that stuff. Alright, we need more supplies. We're gonna take all the supplies you have. Actually, we'll just take this amount. How far away is Mirage from here? I feel like Mirage has a lot of supplies, and I think they're cheaper. Because here we're buying them for 2. I think we can buy them for 1 in Mirage. Let's see here. Is there anything we would want to take with us that we could sell elsewhere? Like, we need all of these things for the worm hunting. But it looks like the only thing we'd want to buy is Flava Crystal, and we'd probably just sell that in Larnak. So let's just take a quick look, and then we'll compare it to Mirage, since that's the other place on our journey. So let's see here. Flava Crystal. There it is. We would buy it for 9. Sell it for what? Oh, that's green. I'm looking at I was like, that seems wrong. Buy it for 3.5. We would sell it for 4.9 in Larnak. Okay, so that's probably the only thing we'll buy. But we also wouldn't want to overload ourselves with for supplies. But we have plenty to get to Crystal, so I think that's fine for now. Let's go visit the Magistrate. We bought him Bogweed. Deliver the Bogweed. The Magistrate practically jumps up and down when he sees you arriving with bunches of stinky plants. He then takes out a little crystal pipe and starts puffing away, smiling and coughing. I am indebted to you, my dear Vagrus, he says, eyes shining with a peculiar light. However, paying any amount of money for the Bogweed slipped his mind, although he does seem much more relaxed. You didn't pay me? We couldn't even have, like, give him a nudge? Like, come on, bud. Alright. The Magistrate leans closer conspiratorially. You're the kind of person who travels around, aren't you, Vagrus? You agree with the statement without pointing out how stupid it is? Then I would like you to make a business offer? Or I would like to make you a business offer. I need something to be retrieved from the city of Lumen, from a colleague of mine. No need to do it at once. Just pop into his laboratory when you are in Lumen and ask him for this list of ingredients. Do you think you could do it? You tell him this is an act within the constraints of your capabilities. He looks happy. Let's look at the list of ingredients. It is familiar. It is a peculiar medicine to improve sexual performance, a rather ineffective one, actually. No need to discuss this with anybody, at least not while he can hear you. Alrighty. Ask him whether you can help him in any other way. Oh, he wants Ceruleus Crystal. Rats! He starts to list the many issues in his life, stating that he suffers terribly under the stress of being a leader, nay, a visionary, in a small settlement like Crystal. He only has one outlet, working with crystals, but he is allowed to experiment only with low-quality specimens. He alludes to being under the tyranny of his assistant. You could alleviate his pain by selling him some crystal. Well, in the future, if we have any Ceruleus on hand, we can sell it to him. To support him spiritually in this challenging period of his life, you prepare a pipe, then leave as there's nothing else you can do. Well, for future, though, we should bring him some crystal. But for now, well, let's rest in the Manzio. Rest. Sleep on the floor. Pay our dudes. Exchange for news. You go to Lumen, and you're going to Mirage. So take them to Mirage. Let's fill out our supplies again. And then we will fill out the rest of our inventory with Flava Crystal. Still have a decent amount of money. And we will leave. And now to the west we go. And then up. It's a little unfortunate that there's like a weird jog between Crystal. We couldn't just like cut straight across the dunes, but what are you gonna do? All right, camp in the sand. Continue onward. Rest. Let's send out our dudes. Maybe they'll get some stuff. They critical succeeded. Plus morale. That might be the first time that's ever happened to me. in 30 plus episodes of this game. I'm shocked. Who is in charge today? Venari is now. It was Aqua the last time I was here. Alright, we've dropped off the slave shipment. So yes, it is. Supplies are dirt cheap here, so let's fill out the supplies. How far is Larnac from here? 4 to 5 days. Just enough to get there. Exchange for news. Passage, you're going the wrong way, guys. We cannot help you. And we cannot help you guys either. Okay. We will rest in the Manzio tonight. Sleep on the ground. Some more healing for our buds. Great. Nobody's changed their mind. No one has changed their mind. So let's fill out our supplies. And then we'll get on our way. This is all... Let's rearrange this. This is all for worm hunting. This is for selling in Larnac. So we're going to leave. We're just going to head... God. Alright, we're going to pause the episode here, and we're going to get into a major tussle with the sandworms in the beginning of the next episode, because that is a nightmare. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a lot. If you want to see me tangle with the sandworms in the next episode, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.